Each professor in the biomedical engineering department shared their favorite aspects of the careers, and they're as different as their personalities.
My favorite part of my job is definitely interacting with the students and all their different research projects. Going through graduate school, what's really neat is that you get to work at the forefront of knowledge, doing things kind of better than anyone else in the world in your special little area. Then as you become a professor, you don't have time to spend all of your time on a single project, but what you get to do then is help a lot of other students that are working through this. So you get to touch on various different projects and kind of work throughout the day, kind of helping in different aspects of projects that you couldn't do all of these projects just by yourself.
I think my favorite part of my job is probably sort of the challenges that I get to see, and then being creative and coming up with new ideas to solve them, working with really bright, passionate, energetic people on a problem that affects patients, and feeling like we can actually make a difference by applying our creativity and also our engineering problem solving skills to coming up with new therapies and solutions for this.
Some of the best parts of my job are just the people I get to work with. Graduate students, PhD students in my lab, undergraduate students I work with are just some of the coolest people. They're doing BME for similar reasons. They want to try to help people answer interesting questions in biology, how cells work, and they have all the technical skills to try to address those problems, and so make really fun people. And then also, just the ability to really know that you're trying to work on important things that can affect people's lives. In BME, everybody has parents or siblings or people who have suffered from medical challenges. And so when you talk to your mom and you're like, hey mom, guess what? Today I'm one step closer to helping cancer, or whatever it is, it's very motivating. The difficult parts of the job, probably research doesn't go as fast as you want it to. So problems are hard, and so it can take a long time to work on it, to try to feel like you're making progress sometimes. But that's when you do make that little progress that makes it that much more exciting.
There's lots of highlights to my job in different ways. So one of the biggest things that gets me excited to come to work every day is knowing that I'm working on problems that are meaningful, that could ultimately impact people. So in my research, all of the problems, or most of the problems we deal with, are really related to health and people's ability, whether it be to move or to speak or to breathe. There are all sorts of things that we deal with, all related to muscles. But really all of them are issues that impact people right now. And some of these people are people that I know. For example, one of the problems that I'm working on in my lab is a problem that I learned about from my son, who was born with a birth defect, and now I have called a cleft palate, and now I have in my lab I do research to help children that have cleft palates. So that's something that is really neat about my job, is that I can work on problems that mean something to people, and I can pick the problems that I work on, so the ones that are most meaningful to me and the people that are around me. The other thing that I love is that I guess I've become every day I become more and more fascinated by how muscles work, and every day I learn something new about it. So that's really neat that I get to every day come and learn something new. And also some of that learning is insights that me and my students actually make, some discoveries that we make in the lab. A student will come and show me a result of one of their experiments or their model simulations, and we look at it and we learn something that nobody else knew about how muscle works. I think that's really neat. And then we can teach other people what we learn. That's all really exciting. And then I also like working with people a lot. I like working with students. I like mentoring them and helping them figure out what they want to do with their lives, and figure out and learn to be scientists, but also learn to be really generous people with their time, and teaching other people. I think those are all very important. And I like working with other colleagues, other professors that are biomedical engineers, but then other clinicians like surgeons. I work with surgeons a lot, or physical therapists, or speech therapists, or nurses, and other types of scientists. And then I also really enjoy meeting some of the patients that we work with in our research. Some of our research projects get to the point where we're actually studying real patients and the problems that they have, and I think that's really, it's really rewarding to get a chance to meet patients and their parents and really get to know them.
What I like most about working in this field is, and I think that this ties in with what I had said earlier about a newer discipline and a newer field. We are always learning new things. So every day that I come into my lab, we're learning something new. And so I like that every day. What I tell the people in my lab is, if I feel like I'm the expert in something, where it's getting old and it's getting stale and sort of boring, and we need to go and do something new. And so the day-to-day challenges of working in the lab or with students or however, and trying to do something that no one has done before, and we have to figure it out as we go, is something I find really exciting to do on a day-to-day basis.
I'm William Guilford, and I am undergraduate program director for the Department of Biomedical Engineering here at UVA. And what I enjoy most about biomedical engineering is really the opportunities I have to make things.